Hello, collective. Welcome to the Moon Report. My name is Marlene, the modern mystic, and your resident moon goddess, here to bring you the solar eclipse report, new moon in Libra. Today is October 2nd, and the exact time of the eclipse is 2:30. No, actually, it says 2:44. So I thought it was 2:34. Well, somewhere after 2:30 today, we were feeling the intensity of the solar eclipse in Libra, and there is so much going on that I decided to just record this with the chart in front of us so that I don't get lost, because there's so many aspects to this. And with a new moon, we're always celebrating a beginning of a cycle and the end of a cycle, because something has to come to an end for something to begin. And with an eclipse in this new moon, the intensity is just higher, the meaning is deeper, and we could be feeling that in our physical body. We could be struggling with our mindset. We could be feeling it emotionally, and I just want you to know that if that is you, this too shall pass. This is not a time to make decisions. This is not a time to feel pressured to come to any conclusions. This is not a new moon to really set new intentions right now, although you will be feeling a sense of where you want to go. And our dreams, our desires, and our aspirations are very close to our hearts right now. But there's still information coming through, and eclipses represent sudden change in our life. And we may not have the information completely. So give yourself time to have clarity. If there is a conversation that's burning inside of you, you can still have it. Doesn't mean you have to have it today. Doesn't mean you have to have it tomorrow. You can have it when you're feeling clear and centered, when you have the information, when all of this craziness that we're going to go through right here in this part of the chart has separated, dispersed, or cleared away, because we are dealing at a very macro level and a micro level with some really, really hard stuff in our life. And let's start with this beautiful stellium that we have here in the new moon and where the eclipse is happening in Libra. And here we have the moon and the sun conjunct at 10 degrees with Black Moon Lilith, and also with the South Node. Mercury is also really close by in Libra, and we have Venus at 11 degrees of Scorpio. So let's start there with what this new moon and this beginning of a new cycle is actually asking us to do. And although we are in a new moon and we do want to set new things forward, this is really about closing chapters and tying up loose ends. And in the proximity with the South Node makes this time very karmic. We could be dealing with past relationships. We could be dealing with kind of soulmate, tumultuous relationships. We could be dealing with some toxicity. And this is not something new. This is something that is coming to an end. And if you've done most of this work in your life, if you're looking around and you're saying, well, I'm not really dealing with a lot of toxicity per se, or I'm not dealing with trying to get people out of my life, which is a very big thing with Venus and Scorpio. Scorpio loves to cut people out. And because of the placement of Venus, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, she is maturing to dealing with getting toxic relationships out of her life without having to be so dramatic about it and so ruthless about it and so absolute, and finding healthier ways to dealing with relationships that no longer serve you. And as I was saying before, this is nothing new. This is something that you've been brewing in the back of your head, maybe close to your heart. This is something that has been showing signs and signals for quite some time. These are situations in your life that have culminated and have reached a place of discomfort. And whatever that is for you, wherever it's showing up in your life, you are trying to find ways to look at your shadows, to be respectful, forgiving, and compassionate towards the situation, the whole situation, and then finding healthy ways to move forward. When we're dealing with karma, when we're dealing with this type of energy, it it really takes a holistic approach. You could cut cords till the cows come home. You can set ritual and ceremony to end a relationship till your face turns blue. But if you do not emotionally and mentally deal with the grief of the loss, the change, the restructuring, then you will continue to subconsciously pull in these toxic relationships, these patterns, these behaviors. You will find yourself creating scenarios where you'll have to relive it, rehash it, re-deal with it again. And it's really time to set some boundaries in motion, into action, so that you do not carry this baggage into the new cycle. With eclipses, we're setting the tone for as far as 6 months from now. So, what do you want to create without distraction in your full authenticity, with whatever harmony and balance means to you? And begin to dream up these scenarios professionally, personally, intimately. This moon is opposing the North Node, urging us to not forget ourselves in the process, not like leave ourselves for last, leave ourselves behind, sacrifice our individuality and our independence again for the sake of relationship. So there's a big purge here, a big purge that's happening. And if it's if you've been feeling like having a physical detox in your life, or maybe getting some clutter out of your home, restructuring some things in your business, this is a beautiful energy to do that. And this sets the tone for something new. This sets the tone for something greater, something higher. And by higher, I mean in vibration, where you are living your best life or closer to that best life. So there's a maturing process that's happening. Libra is ruled by Venus. So we look at Venus as the ruling planet of this chart, of this new moon, and she's a major player here. And I want to show you how Venus is making a beautiful trine to Saturn over here in Pisces and to Mars over here in Cancer. And these are all water signs, so it is a water trine. So we are highlighted in our emotions and about the way we feel in our life right now. And Saturn is really bringing an emotional stability to our decision making, an emotional stability to Mars in Cancer, which Mars does not like to be in Cancer. It's very uncomfortable in all of this feely energy and all of this sensitivity. And Venus in Scorpio is a bit snappy, a bit immature, a bit bratty in the way that she handles her business. So Saturn is really holding down that energetic kind of anchor with these two planets and really allowing us to step out of the emotional cycle so that we can see things with clarity, so that we can consider our feelings, but not letting them dictate what we do next. And this is going to continue to be reinforced in the next few days. And it's about trust and faith and hope. And that's really the main things to focus on because there's a lot of confusion. And if it's happening, if there's confusion in the world and in everything around us and in the environment around us, you can bet your ass that it's happening inside of us. So, where are these microaggressions? Where are these micro um, sensitivities happening for you? Where do you feel at war with something? Where do you feel the tug and the pull? And if this involves other people, because Libra is about the other, so it wouldn't surprise me that you're dealing with all of this shit in relationship with another person in your life, then it's time to really take a look at what is happening and how is it serving you and what are ways that it could change and what is it time to walk away. Is the outcome of the situation, relationship, partnership important to you enough to have a hard conversation, enough to, make it a point to repair? Or is it time to create some distance? Or is it time to call in a different energy? Like today, I was reflecting and I'm like, I want to be put in a circle of people where I'm the poorest, dumbest one in the room. I don't want to know anything. I want to be surrounded by people that know more than I do and have more knowledge so that I know where I'm going and what I'm aspiring to. And that was just kind of my, funny way of saying that I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to um I want to evolve into more. And I don't want the distractions of other people's drama to interfere in mine. And it's really, really hard to have those hard boundaries, especially when it's with people that mean a lot to you, that are intimate family, close friendships, intimate partners sometimes. But we need to work on our emotional intelligence so that we feel safe as we move through, as we continue to create, so that we bring balance and equality into our environments. Two major planets and should be also mentioned that are having really, really important placements, which is Pluto over here in Cancer and in Capricorn. And it is going to be stationing to go direct on the 11th of October. So right now it's sitting here in 29 degrees of Capricorn, and it's an extremely intense placement. Anytime a planet is sitting at the edge of a house, the houses are 30 degrees. So anytime a planet is sitting like this, 28, 29 degrees is very intense. And I think we're feeling the intensity, we're seeing the intensity, we're watching the intensity around us. And we may be dealing with intense situations in our lives. And this is the last time we will see Pluto in Capricorn ever. So that just really escalates the whole thing. And it's a tough placement. If you have a cardinal sign, like a lot of placements in a cardinal sign, if your sun is in a cardinal sign, Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, Aries, difficult placements right now, difficult decisions that are having to be made in your life about really pivotal moments. We may be dealing with a lot of grief, a lot of loss. There may be a lot of wounds that have been opened up and salt has been poured into them. We may be reliving things from the past. So again, faith, trust, hope, forgiveness. I hate to be cheesy about it, but we need more of this in our daily lives. There's enough negativity to focus on. So let's focus on cultivating that grace. Also, Jupiter in Gemini will be going retrograde on the 9th. So you will be dealing with, subconscious thoughts. You will be dealing with different truths. Depending on where this is showing up in your chart, there will be a lot of adaptable, changeable energy, mutable energy. So, make a long story short, allow the change. The less you resist, the better. Allow things to unfold before you decide. Let all of the information come through before you jump to a conclusion, make a haste decision, act on an impulse. Give yourself the space, the room. A lot of us may be dealing with extreme anxiety as well. And this tension can lead to bad judgment, can lead to not feeling so great. So get some extra rest. Take care of your physical body, take care of your mind, whatever you're struggling with. Give yourself room and space to do that. So the winds of change are blowing. Enjoy this solar eclipse by allowing yourself to let go, allowing yourself to dream of something better. Or if you're there in something better, of something more. Bring harmony and balance to today as a symbol of how you want to feel in the next 6 months, in the next year. So really embrace wherever it is that you're at right now, because really it's gratitude that gets us through. It's gratitude that creates that bookmark so that we can then say, okay, from here, from where I stand today, I want to move in this direction or that direction. I want to change this or that. but embracing ourselves where we're at is where it starts. And gratitude is a great way. So, I don't really recommend to be, doing any kind of rituals or new moon intentions, but I do recommend to have some sort of gratitude practice, whether you're symbolizing that physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Maybe you're making a list. Maybe you're speaking these things out loud. It is a beautiful way to start this new cycle. And as always, I'm sending you so much love, so much power, and so many good vibes. I will see you in the full moon. Enjoy this new cycle. Kick things off right for yourself. Take care, collective. Ciao.